In fact, all senior leaders, ministers as of now, union ministers reaching the hospital. We're told that his mortal remains have been sent to a mortuary and the post-mortem should be conducted anytime now by an expert panel of 3 doctors. We just heard Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, Prakash Javadekar, Smriti Irani, all reaching the hospital. In fact, some time ago, Joint Commissioner of Police in Delhi, Mukesh Kumar Meena, was stating from the spot where the accident took place that all legal procedures will be followed. As of now, investigations are on. The police have seized the car. They've also taken the driver into custody. And there you can see on the bottom right of your television screen the Indica car that rammed into Union Minister Gopinath Munde's car this morning at 6:20. Now, Munde got involved into politics very early in life when he met Pramod Mahajan, a friend and colleague in the college. Now, in 1971, he associated into the campaign of the Bharatiya Janasangh candidate in the Lok Sabha elections in the Bid constituency. He then attended the RSS training camp held in Pune that same year, and later on became the in charge of its Pune city student cell. Now, Munde was then made president of the Maharashtra unit of the BJP's youth wing, the Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha. Now, later on, he was leader of the opposition in the Maharashtra Vidhan Sabha from 12th December 1991 to 14th March 1995. He was sworn in as the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra when Manohar Joshi-led government took over the reins of the state on 14th March 1995. Now, he served as a member of the 15th Lok Sabha 2009 to 2014, representing the Bid constituency. Now, he won the 2014 Lok Sabha election from Bid constituency itself by a margin of 1.4 lakh votes. Now, he defeated NCP's Suresh Das. Subsequently, he was appointed as Minister of Rural Development by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In fact, the accident took place this morning. If you're just tuned in, Union Minister of Rural Development, Gopinath Munde, has passed away. The accident took place at 6:20, and at 6:30 he was rushed to the Apex Trauma Center of All India Institute of Medical Sciences. The doctors struggled for about 15 minutes by trying CPR, but by 7:20 he was declared dead. We're told that his family members are on the way to Delhi. In fact, what you see on the top right of your television screen is the accident spot. The police have begun investigations. They have marked. In fact, the police are trying to figure out what really happened, and that's why you can see those chalk lines drawn over there. Now, how exactly it happened, no one knows, but he was on his way to the IGI airport when another Indica car went and rammed into his car. Now, while his driver and personal assistant remained unhurt, Union Minister Gopinath Munde, who was sitting in the rear of the car, collapsed immediately. Now, some reports state that he asked for water from his personal assistant, and that's it. He was then immediately rushed to the Apex Trauma Center of All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Now, some time ago, Joint CP Mukesh Kumar Meena was speaking to media personnel from the spot where the accident took place, and this is where it is. He said that all legal procedures will be followed and investigations as of now are going on. Now, this was in fact shocking news in the morning. Now his car met with an accident at Aurobindo Marg in South Delhi.
Request. You go.
What you see on the top right of your television screen is Rahul Mahajan, along with the distraught family members of Gopinath Munde. Now, this happened quite early in the morning when they received news from senior BJP leaders. Now, immediately we're told that they caught a flight to Delhi. They should reach Delhi any time now. Well, there you see on the top right of your television screen the accident spot. Top and senior police officers at the spot trying to figure out what really happened. And as of now, we're told that the Indica car has been seized. The driver has been taken into custody. Mukesh Kumar Meena, Joint CP, stated that all legal procedures are being followed and investigations are currently on. They will try and figure out what led to the accident. Was it on purpose? Or which of the cars were speeding and who did not, or who followed the rules? Now, Nitin Gadkari, who reached the spot early in the morning along with Dr. Harsh Vardhan, stated that his mortal remains would be sent for a post-mortem. An expert panel of 3 doctors would be looking to it, and thereafter his mortal remains at around 12:30 would be brought to the BJP headquarters, where senior BJP leaders along with Prime Minister Narendra Modi would pay their last respects. Thereafter, his mortal remains would be shifted to Parali, his hometown in Beed district of Maharashtra, via the Latur airport via a special plane. The last rites, basically his cremation, would take place on Wednesday. Now, Mandur has turned into a war zone quite literally. Last night, there was drama galore as the villagers put their foot down and said enough is enough. Protests have begun once again at Mandur this morning. In fact, in a situation reminiscent of war, the villagers of Mandur have formed lookout squads to mount a round-the-clock vigil at all entry points to the landfill in their backyard. Now, the squads are keeping a sharp eye out for trucks rumbling up from Bengaluru, heaped with stinking waste and garbage. Now, what you see on the left of your television screen is what happened last night. The angry villagers were protesting and the police had no other option but to arrest many of them and take them to the Anekal police station. In fact, what they were shouting is that injustice has been meted out to the residents and villagers of Mandur, and that they want justice. Now, for more on this, I'm joined in by my colleague Harish. Harish, last night we saw what the police did. They had no option but to arrest the protesting villagers. What is happening this morning? Because we can see that they are once more protesting.
Yes, Nolan, around 23 people were arrested late last night. They were taken to the station. What we learn right now is that they are still at the station. These are some of the leaders who are heading this protest as of now, but that has not deterred any of these protesters from stopping their protest. As we see, you have more number of people, especially women, who are protesting outside the landfill itself. All along this protest, we have seen people protesting near the village gathering spot, but now the protest has moved to the landfill itself, outside the landfill. And from the morning, you see several villages who are protesting, and even the police are present in a large number to make sure things don't get out of hand. But definitely they are saying that you can arrest us, you can detain us, but our protest will not stop. We will ensure that no truck enters Mandur, Nolan.
Now, Harish, considering that the protests are going on and the villagers are adamant, they have sort of dug in their heels there, what are the civic authorities, the government and the BBMP planning to do to solve this issue?
Well, they have asked the local MLA Arvind Limbavali to try and convince people to allow dumping of garbage in the Mandur landfill for at least next 6 to 8 months till BBMP makes alternate arrangements. Remember, they have given permission for 4 different plants that can take Bangalore's garbage load. but they are still in the initial stage and they're yet to completely start functioning. So till such time that all these become functional, they are saying that give us 6 to 8 months time.
Now, Harish, you have been tracking this ever since the protest started. You were there yesterday also. So what are the protesters telling you? What are the women folk telling you about all this?
Well, all that they're saying is that this is the third day of protest. Yes, 23 people from our village have been arrested, but that will not deter us from stopping this protest. So they have gone ahead with their protest. They are saying enough is enough. We've had 3 assurances from the BBMP. We have given them sufficient time, but nothing has changed on the ground. We have given extension of time thrice, but nothing has changed. So now they're saying it's high time that they put an end to this, and they're saying there's no question of negotiation. They will go ahead and protest and ensure that there will be no dumping of garbage, and they will take back their protest only when there is assurance from the government that no more dumping will happen in Mandur, Nolan.
And finally, Harish, sources are telling me that politicians are trying to divide the people over there, some for and some against the dumping of garbage. Are you getting any information on this?
Well, Nolan, whenever there is a protest, you will have several political organizations and parties trying to get their piece of the cake in the protest, and in case it's a success in that as well. So it is no different in this case as well. It's a village. There will be political parties. There will be members from different political parties. So you will have different kinds of pulls and pressure with every leader trying to make sure that he gets a prominence in this protest, and it's no different in this case as well, Nolan.
Right, Harish. Thank you very much for all those details.